Oh, it's streaming. Love to see that. And auto quality. Hell yeah. We'll give people a minute to get in here.
Here we go. Stop!
As soon as I see some eyes in the Twitch chat, I'm going to start giving my commentary here. This can be from anyone.
Yeah, we need to see it.
I just need some eyes. Also, Alex did just throw a horrible pick, so that's a great sign.
Here we go.
Like, we can't start giving content for, you know.
For sure. I'm not giving
people,
content
you
to
know.
no one. Like,
Yeah, before people get in here.
Things.
That's just freaking stupid.
Thrilling thing to get some takes over. Just Joe Burrow just doing nothing. All right, there we go. I don't know. I like Joe Burrow better than Madden 21 Cincinnati, to be honest with you.
On two, ready?
What'd you say?
I said I liked Joe Burrow better in Madden 21 Cincinnati.
That's facts.
Way more effective.
Just a bit more then.
I don't see any eyes, but I do see the viewer count starting to climb. All right, yeah, well, Wolf Knight's here, so now we can start. Thank you, Wolf Knight.
W!
That's a dub. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to Season 41 playoffs. We got a really, really exciting divisional matchup here. We got the 7 seed, the 10-7 Clouds Minnesota Vikings versus the 2 seed, the, I believe, 14-3 Little Alex's Chicago Bears. Now, in order to give, great commentary, in order to give elite commentary for this game, we needed a divisional brother. We needed someone who plays these guys, many, many times before. And Nick wasn't available, so we got the second best option, and that is my guy, Cody Youngson. How's it going?
Doing good. Excited for this one. I think it's going to be, I could be very wrong about this very soon, but my take is that this could be a much closer game than people are expecting. Again, I could be very wrong on that because Cloud is a guy that tends to shoot himself in the face or the foot, both really, on offense. But, when it's never easy playing somebody 3 times, they know you well. And Cloud is on a bit of a hot streak right now, and his defense has been very, very good in this back half of the season.
Yeah, Cloud, I mean, if you asked everyone at the halfway point who the playoff contenders are within the NFC, no one would have said Cloud. He had a very rough start to the season. We were in a snow game. We'll see how that impacts things. That actually, on first glance, I think that might actually benefit Cloud, but let me know how you feel about that. But we got the Vikings and the Bears here. Obviously, we are going to see purple versus orange. You'll love to see that. We are going to see the number 2 overall offense in the league, Joe Burrow's Chicago Bears, take the field to start off against a very stingy Cloud defense. Like, if anything is going to win this game for Cloud, it's probably his defense, which has been clamping people up the entire second half of the season. From Chicago's perspective, Cody, what do you think his offensive keys to the game are to win?
Yeah, I mean, I think Alex is just gonna have to be wise with the football, take what take what the defense gives you. When you have Gunslinger, you really don't have to make too many risky throws. Only make those risky throws when you need to if you're down or something like that. But, it could be 3rd and 15, and with a Gunslinger, I feel, or with the easy mode, I feel pretty confident that Alex is going to be able to pick up these first downs. So, really, I think it's just not making any silly mistakes and giving Cloud the lead.
Absolutely, yeah. Snow can sort of, in my experience, be a great equalizer. A lot of just weird stuff tends to happen in snow games. You see overthrows, you see inaccurate throws, you see, fumbles maybe where you wouldn't see them otherwise. As an underdog from Cloud's perspective, I would love to see a snow game, but we're going to see what happens here as Cloud just completely flips the defenses. We will have an inside zone handoff here. Davis Price gets loose. Davis Price already with a big gain, and that is going to be one of the keys here. Little Alex, one of the more balanced users in the league. He will hit you with those inside zones if you give him a soft box. He does there for a gain of 13.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe Cloud was came out in base or man line or something like that, and yeah, everything was just messed up. But the flip of the play kind of just opened up the running lanes really big there.
Second straight inside zone. This time it gets stood up there. I don't even know who that is with the tackle, but this is, like I was saying, a very, very stingy Cloud defense. So what do you think, like, because, I mean, Cloud's defense second half of the season, like, you could argue he's had one of the best defenses in the entire league. What do you think has been, like, the big adjustment he's made, or, like, the big thing that's happened to where he's all of a sudden become this, like, incredible user here defensively?
Yeah, good throw right there. But I think what it is he is a very creative defensive user. Like he'll send a lot of custom blitzes. So like he'll come out in like a, just like a match cover 6 or something like that, but he'll blitz like the linebackers and you just don't see it coming.
Yeah.
So he just sends a lot of like really kind of creative pressure, plays a lot of, good throw again right there. But, plays a lot of man, plays a lot of match, like, and just sends some heat. And so if you're not ready for it, it can catch you off guard and make you, make a bad decision.
On one, ready?
For sure. And we saw Cloud with some really nice defense to begin Madden 22 as well, until people kind of, I think, figured it out. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see, what Lil Alex, like what Lil Alex decides to do here to kind of adjust to that. As we have a whole litany of adjustments being made here by Joe Burrow, almost completes a whole new play as A is going to be open. He will go to A as Samuel able to break the first tackle, not break the second. We have our first third down of the game here. No huddle here, so I'll get to you in a second. And this is a look that I'm running against all day with, a weak box like that, but he will not. Instead, he drops back here, and I don't see anyone open initially. Joe Burrow's going to launch it up 4th and 1 on the 37. Probably a pretty easy decision. We're going to see Alex go for this.
Yeah, surprised, like you said, he didn't run it. Felt like it was going to be an easy first down, especially if you're, like, going to be going for it on 4th down already. Why not save the pass play for 4th down? But 4th and 1 here, let's see what happens.
Fun little concept here with the curl route and then the zig over there. And he does a good job of taking away the zig.
Yes.
He will take the deep shot to X. Swatted away. A huge opening defensive stop here. Gets the stop on 4th and 1. And Cody, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. 2 pass plays here by Chicago. Both of them go lacking.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered if you're the Vikings. To your point, dang it, you said something before and I can't remember it, so I was gonna say to your point, never mind. But yes, I mean Cloud just with really good defense to start. That's what the drum we're beating is Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook making a couple people miss there. Really nice stickiness there. And that bug sweep play, I pretty much only see Tahuti use it. I guess now I can add Cloud to that. To me, like, it's so risky because if the end gets through, like, unblocked, that's a guaranteed loss of 5. But made it work there. And now I'll ask you, now having played Cloud 4 times as well, what are his offensive keys in the game here?
Yeah, he's gonna have to I think use Tyler Huntley's legs if he can. I feel like when he had Huntley last year, we saw a lot of read options, but not so much this year. At least when I played him and stuff like that, maybe people have been picking it up. But Huntley is definitely a threat on the ground, has some wheels. So I think that's gonna be a big piece if he wants to have success in this game.
Tyler Huntley, an MVP candidate last season. Tyler Huntley with not a lot of room, and he will go down. A huge sack there by, can't see that it is Gibson there with the sack. I mean, 4-man rush gets everyone just got through there. The O-line just didn't hold up at all. And now 3rd and mile here. I'm expecting a pretty conservative play call. I really don't know what, like, taking a shot here really gets you, especially in a snow game. But we'll see what Cloud chooses to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he feels like he just kind of needs to keep up, with Alex, who is the pretty significant favorite here. As he will drop back. Only 3-man rush. He will have time here as he goes to corner, intercepted by Rock Yassin, and will this be a pick 6? Makes a cut and takes it all the way to the 30-yard line. Those are those mistakes he just can't make against the user of Lil Alex's caliber. Gives him the ball here at the 30.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just one of those things like we talked about earlier. I said, I think this could be a tight game, that people are a little bit surprised, like, oh, wow, this is closer than I thought. And I said, unless Cloud does things like that and got a big stop, really could have played the field position game. But yeah, decides not to, and, does just kind of a very, he's probably going to be in man. He's probably playing off. That's just a very low percentage throw.
Yeah, very low percentage. Huntley with no easy mode abilities. That ball's going to take a while to get there. And you've seen with the very easy pick as he briefly out wide. There goes A! Look out! Almost intercepted there Ooh, buddy, I don't know if Cloud has swap ball turned on there, but if I'm Cloud, I'm hot that that wasn't a pick the other way.
Yeah, that was rather unlucky right there. I mean, again, Cloud's usering is just really on point. His defense is on point. He looks very impressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Looking real solid right now as we may see a cut. Good usering, although Y is open. Samuel takes it for a first down and more. Samuel takes it all the way to the 13, and that's good progression there by Joe Burrow. And he once again goes no huddle, so I'll get your thoughts in a second. Does, I mean, you sure as hell better run the ball, though. He does bring Harrison Smith in as Davis Price goes down, although not before getting the game of 3.
Yeah, and this is something that little Alex has really added to his offense that makes him really tough to stop. When he played me, it felt like he was going no huddle the entire game, which is frustrating too, because like you assume, it's gonna be an inaccurate pass might happen or a fumble or something like that. I'm sure he's on conservative with the snow game, but with all the no huddles, you would assume that. But I think he likes that because, using no huddle with Gunslinger, like you can just hit. A lot more routes are going to be open with Gunslinger, so you can kind of just pick any play you want to for the most part if you're a good passer.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice way, I never use no huddle, but it is a nice way, like in theory, to kind of like change up the tempo on people, make them maybe panic a little bit, make some mistakes on defense with your user. It's a good thing to add for sure. As he will drop back, had wide open instead, intercepted by Scene, and will this be a pick 6? Oh my goodness, he makes some cuts, and Scene may take this to the house. Only one man to catch him. He will not pick 6. Minnesota.
Wow, and the Selly dive in the end zone again. That's what I'm saying. That's why for me, I thought this game was going to be like, was going to look like this. Was going to look probably, I'm sure the snow is adding to it, but I thought this was going to be a lot closer. I don't know what other people's opinions or thoughts, but Cloud's just a really tricky defensive user. And so far, I feel like what we've seen is he kind of knows Alex's tendencies and is picking up on them really well. I mean, even on that play, on that Y sail play, I think on 3rd and 10, Cloud usered it perfectly. It's just Y sail's such a tough read if your D-line doesn't get there because, you've got that corner route after the tight end and then 3 guys on like these delayed in routes basically, And so his D-line didn't get in there on that play and ended up getting a first down, but Cloud stuck with it, and now look, a big pick there to the house.
Yeah, really, really good using. We haven't seen a ton of missed reads by Alex. I would say that was definitely one. As Davis once again is not able to get anything. Had a nice opening run of, I believe, 13 yards, but since then, this Minnesota D-lines look really locked in here. Franklin Myers, one of the best defenders on this team with the tackle there, and like I was just saying, to get back to, like, we have not seen a ton of just outright missed reads from Alex there. The flats were wide open, and I called it out mid-play. Instead, tried to force it in double coverage, and like he said, Cloud, way too good of a defensive user to take those risks against. He will make you pay, and we're going to have a 4-man rush. Mavar be open. Oh, what a horrible throw by Burrow. Could have been a pick, honestly.
Yeah, there's the snow. Like you said, I agreed with you when we got into this game that the snow, I think, definitely helped Cloud in this area because it helps bring Joe Burrow back down to earth a little bit. Whereas if this was a clear skies game, he's not going to miss that throw, 9 times out of 10.
Absolutely. And I'll got a lot of people in here watching. I'll get to y'all in a second. It's that huge 3rd down all of a sudden. Give up a pick 6. To go 3-and-out here would be pretty detrimental to Alex's confidence, as we do have May of X. No, he doesn't. Nearly intercepted again. And I got to tell you, Cody, that's 3. We've seen a pick already. 2 other throws now by Joe Burrow. Really could have been interceptions. Alex does not seem locked in here on offense.
Yeah, and it looked like the D-line was starting to get in there. I mean, this looks like the exact game script when Cloud beat me in week 17, where it was just like I could not figure out anything on offense. His defense was just clamping me up. I got, it was a little bit of a closer game because Cloud, I think, threw 2 or 3 picks against me, but I ended up matching his with, 2 or 3 of my own, or maybe it might have been 4. But I mean, if he can get his offense going, Cloud's looking unstoppable.
Another buck sweep here, starting to run to Dalvin Cook, baby, gone. Only one man to catch him. A beautiful block. Touchdown, Cloud.
This is exactly what you need if you're Cloud. I think Cloud is a very, very dangerous user. As good as his defense is, and as because his offense is the shaky part of his game. So if he's down, he's more prone to make mistakes. Him going up 14-0 in a snow game with his defense already playing the way it is, he's got to be feeling a ton of confidence right now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And real quick, just to get some people, we got King, Dan, Dirk Diggler, a.k.a. Tim. We got Dehootie, P-Town, Nico, Wolf Knight. Thank you all so much for showing up here. And keep giving y'all's takes, obviously. We already saw P-Town saying, no way, how can Alex keep choking? Dan saying, play Madden 23, kid. Don't force it. And this drive, Cody, I think is going to tell us a lot about just Alex's, mental abilities here. He got punched in the mouth, pick 6, easy touchdown by Dalvin Cook there. Now you're down 14-0 in the snow. You've already lost that wild card game last season to Steele. He's got to be feeling some type of way right now. We'll see how he responds here. This is a massive, massive drive. So we have a 5-man rush. Does not get picked up. Goes to the flats, and Davis Price just gets wrapped up immediately. It seems like this Vikings,
just nothing's open. I mean, that was zone right there. I thought it was man defense. Maybe he has match turned on like all game long. Because obviously, if it's zone but you have match on, they're still gonna play like it's man defense. Match can burn you sometimes, but man, just nothing is open. This Vikings defense is humming.
Absolutely, and off a 5-man rush, you want someone to get open here. So we'll have a handoff here, and once again, Davis Price gets absolutely stood up and dragged down there. And now a 3rd and long immediately here for Chicago. And I think we both had Chicago. You just think it was going to be close. I think we both had Chicago as the favorite going in, certainly. This could get really, really, as we hit that in the first quarter, this could get really dangerous here for Little Alex if he's not able to convert this.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think what's hurting Little Alex right now is I know, that first run he had was big and the second run wasn't, but, I feel like Alex is a similar user to me where if the run is getting stopped, it kind of flusters him on offense, and really he just after that first run, he has not gotten anything, and he's gone pass heavy, and that's helped Cloud.
As he sends all sorts of heat as Joe Burrow lofts it up. Valdez-Scantling with maybe the biggest catch of the game there. And we have more no huddle here. 1st and 10. Yeah, big play there for Little Alex, and we'll see if he's able to capitalize here. 4-man rush. Stood up. May of RB will take that shot. Swallowed. Intercepted somehow by the Vikings. What an animation. Booth with the pick. Joe Burrow tried to force it, and we have ourselves another turnover by Chicago.
I mean, just once again, great usering. He covered up the middle of the field. I think that's maybe where Alex wanted to go. Panicked a little bit and went to the right. I mean, yeah, kind of a weird animation, but it was a good swat, a little tip drill, and at the end of the day, he still kind of threw it in double coverage.
Inside zone here, Dalvin Cook once again with all sorts of room. He will make a couple men miss, and we see Little Alex starting to launch those hit sticks. He may be feeling some type of way here. 3 drives, 3 turnovers here by the Chicago Bears team to start off. So we have an RPO, gets picked up perfectly, as you got to watch those tackle battles in the snow. That's a risk situation. More no huddle, which I don't like if he gets stopped.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Feels like he got to huddle up to me.
Yeah, I think if you're Cloud, just use all the time. I mean, I know this is you still have a second quarter and a half of football, but I don't love the no
we'll go to the pop pass, and that is almost, not almost, that is swatted away by Jadeveon Clowney. And man, you have all that momentum, you no huddle your way through a drive, and now you're 3 and out. That felt rushed by Cloud, certainly.
Yeah, I think, again, that's where Cloud's game kind of falls off, and he will admittedly tell you that he just really doesn't have it figured out on offense. It feels like he relies a lot on the run game, a lot on the RPOs, and you saw, the run game so far has been pretty good, but once he gets in those kind of 2nd and 3rd and long situations, and the RPOs and stuff aren't working, I don't know, where else he goes to. So we'll see if Alex can climb back and force him to force Cloud to get more aggressive.
Absolutely. As we have another inside zone. Davis Price once again with nothing doing. I mean, this Vikings front seven really showing up, and a long sustained drive there, even if it only resulted in a field goal, like a long sustained drive, you maybe activate that final M factor. Could really have Little Alex shook. Instead, you essentially hand him a 3 and out. Now Chicago with a little bit of life here, a little bit of momentum, but ultimately Little Alex has to figure it out. Cloud has looked really, really good on defense, like you've been saying, and nothing's going to come easy this game, it appears. So we'll see how Little Alex is able to adjust to this. And Tim saying my first from Cloud was a top 10 pick a week ago. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, he was 1 and 5 at some point. As he will drop back, has RB wide open, goes to it. This is Davis Price, falls forward, 1st down Bears.
Yeah, and that's one where Cloud no huddle here, but Cloud overcommitted his user to the right. Easy read for Little Alex.
Absolutely, as we're going to have a slip screen here, which are a little risky in this Madden, in my finding. That seems to happen quite a lot. We have a high ankle sprain on punt coverage, which you'll love to see.
Yeah, geez, that's another risky throw because, I mean, that's one of those ones where I honestly would just maybe take the penalty or something. I don't know, because we know those D linemen can get, when that ball bobbles around, they will pick that off sometimes.
Cloud is bringing a safety in almost every play. I was about to say has no one, but if we will go to wide, good progression there and good read by Alex, because initially no one was open, much like it's been all game, but waited for the slant there to get open, able to hit him for a first down. But yeah, it just feels like he's kind of got a nickel and dime his way down the field here. We'll see whether he's able to consistently do that, especially in the snow, especially when we've seen Joe Burrow already throw 2 picks, as he will drop back here, picks him up the blitz, and goes to the drag route that is Samuel once again, gain of 4.
No huddle here, I assume. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you can talk. I mean, I don't want them to,
No, you're good. No, I mean, that's, again, like I said earlier, I mean, this is a new wrinkle to little Alex's game. Is this no huddle? Is he going to go wide? No, goes to the flat there. Big 3rd and 3. Does he no huddle again? No, goes to the huddle this time.
And he has not used his coach's decision yet. The 4th and 1, was a fully legal time to go for it, so he still has his coach's decision. You gotta go for this, in my opinion, if you get stopped. I don't really know what a field goal does for you here. He's moving to RPOs. He takes away the pass, but Davis Price, for one of the first times all day, gets past first level. That will be a first down for Chicago. Cover 2 invert. That's a play I really like, but on an RPO, not going to do much for you there.
Yeah, and was that nickel 2-4-5, or was that regular nickel? I don't know. It just felt like the D line, like the 2 interior D linemen were like pinched, and the other guy was out wide, and it was such an easy running lane.
Handoff here, Davis Price with not a ton of room, but able to make the most of it. Falls for about a gain of 4, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I was saying a couple plays ago. It's going to have to be workmanlike here for Alex. Like, none of the deep shots are open. He's going to have to kind of just piecemeal these drives together, which I think going into a snow game, going up against an elite defensive user like Cloud, you kind of got to expect that going in. It's just part of what you have to assume here. And Cloud keeps bringing these safeties in the box, man, almost daring him to go deep here. As he did, I believe, pass commit, but he does have the flats open. This is the backup tight end able to fall forward all the way to the 7-yard line. Will we see no huddle here? No. Huddle's on
not
first and goal.
Formation. Yeah, I think he strictly kind of goes no huddle and shotgun. If he comes out under center, I don't think we're going to see a no huddle. First and goal from the 7. Now here I wouldn't surprise. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out in shotgun and then does a handful of no huddles, but goes single back here.
So he does here, first and goals. The audio's a little bit ahead of the video here. Power Davis Price, touchdown Bears.
Yeah, big score for Alex. That was he needed that big time. Cloud on the opposite side, he's going to have to show something on offense here. Really, it's been pretty much, it's just been defense. I mean, obviously he had that one big touchdown with Dalvin Cook, but I wouldn't count that as offense. It was really just kind of very good blocking and hitting the holes correctly. But you have an opportunity to use this clock and go up 2 scores here, so you really need to take advantage of that right now.
Absolutely, and Minnesota does get the ball back to start the second half, so this could be a situation where if Minnesota, like I was saying earlier, like even a field goal here does you wonders, because if you're able to get a multi-position lead heading into halftime, getting the ball again, could find yourself in really good situations. We have another inside zone here, this time down the coach. Not a lot, although, using that jukebox. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, gonna have to be careful, though. One too many of those in the snow. That ball's gonna be on the ground.
Yeah, it's real scary. We have seen little Alex launching hit sticks. Hasn't connected on one yet, but like you said, all it takes is one in this snow, so we'll see what he's able to do here. 2nd and 5.
I would take this to the 2-minute warning if I were him.
I would agree with that, but I don't think he's going to as he motions.
He knows it's man.
He does know it's man. As he will drop back. Tyler Huntley, only with 1 completion on the day. Tyler Huntley with not a lot going, and he will go down. Again, the 2nd sack of the game for Chicago, and now Minnesota all of a sudden in deep trouble here.
Yeah, and that's just bad clock management. I think that's, again, why you would take that down to the 2-minute warning, because even if it's the same play, same result, you force Little to use a timeout in a 3rd and 17, whereas now he's going to only have to use one probably on this play unless it's an incomplete, and he has plenty of time to go score on you.
3rd and 17 goes with a... I just don't understand what the point of the play call is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse. But
best case scenario, that's what, a gain of 4? That's 4th down anyway?
Yeah.
Just run the ball. I don't know.
It's like I said, Cloud's offense so far this game has been very strictly leaned towards the run game or the RPO, and if nothing's there, he's called, I think, like 2 just straight pass plays, and he's gotten sacked on both of them.
Yep. Or thrown a pick, on that curl route, the field curl
Yeah.
route. So we'll see what's over do here as we do have not play action. Instead, it is a handoff. Davis Price able to make the most of it. And you have 3 timeouts. You have all sorts of time. You do not need to rush this out at all if you're Chicago,
Yeah. And that's, if he played that smart, he could have Little Alex with 1 timeout here, still in probably similar field position, but you just feel a bit more pressure with 1 timeout. Oh.
Counter out of gun there. Gets absolutely stood up. And, for as much as I love my counters, that's a very boomer bust play. There it busted. We will see no huddle here, 3rd and 4. The audio is just way ahead of the video at this point. I don't know what to tell y'all. Sorry about that. As the blitz does get through, finds the flat, but I don't know. 4th
Gonna
and
have to use
inches.
He looks like he has the win because it's telling him to kick the field goal, but I would not kick this field goal.
I'm not kicking a field goal from
in
here.
the snow.
I'm not kicking a field goal.
4th and inches does Cloud. Is he going to go for the quarterback sneak? Does Cloud of the QB sneak defense?
Listen, I think I have the QB sneak defense. I've been told that I don't, but it's worked for me. So I'm going to keep believing I do.
I've got one that I use that works sometimes, but doesn't work all the time. Looks like
that's fair.
Will this be another play? Alex is not Alex is not a guy that's afraid to pass it here. Just make sure you don't run commit.
Make sure you don't run commit. Joe Burrow will drop back here and goes to the, I got scared when I saw those guys drop back into coverage. I thought Alex might have panicked, but good timing there. That is a first down.
Yeah, it's a staple. We've seen Little Alex do that a lot on the goal line situation where he'll, make you think that he's doing sneak, and then he'll just cancel out of that play action and hit a receiver real quick. Good usering again. Oh,
yeah, very good usering.
Yeah,
he bumps usering. Harrison Smith, who is retiring and who got everyone plus like 7 overall through the scenario. So that's a really good timing here from Minnesota. Dan, he has not used his coach's decision yet. He went forward on a 4th and 1.
Yeah, so that was his
earlier. So
that was his coach decision. Oh no, or I guess was he on the opposite side of 50 on that one?
Well, no, I'm saying he has not used his coach's decision.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
As no one's open, Y may eventually get open, but it's too risky. As Joe Burrow will, thankfully for him, go out of bounds. But that is a sack. 3rd and 11 here. How aggressive do you get in this now?
Yeah, I mean, 3rd and 11. Yeah, I think you're fine again with Gunslinger. I mean, he probably had Y there, but I get it. You're in the snow. He's on the run. There's a lot that could go wrong on that type of play. But surprised we didn't see it just because, Little Alex has been fairly aggressive all game.
A little surprised as well, to be honest.
Oh, he got stuck on the D-line.
He gets trapped on the D-line. Has X wide open instead. Goes to the corner, but that hits anyway. Samuel able to break the tackle to go out of bounds. I mean, had, I guess, 2 guys open there. Hit one of them.
Yeah, I don't even know if he was open. The DB just got turned around somehow. I mean, the DB was right there. It was just, he was kind of behind him. But yeah, I mean, he would have had X and Nakey there, but works out regardless.
They worked out, able to get out of bounds there, and now still 31 seconds left, still 1 timeout. Could potentially tie the game, or at the very least, whittle this down to a 4-point deficit here. As he's going to send heat once again. It will go through. Joe Burrow throw out a sack, had the drag open, but just not quite able to get it off.
Yep, and that's, like I said, that's Cloud is not afraid to send heat. And his usering is always just good enough for that heat to get there to where, you kind of wait, and then you either make a mistake or get a throw out a sack or get sacked.
I'd like to see one of those running back streaks here against that. I feel like that'd be effective here to do a quick out route, able to fall out of bounds once again, make it a 4-more manageable 3rd and 1, and cover 6. Dan, I'm not the only one who uses cover 6. Look at that.
No, yeah, Cloud used cover 6 quite a bit. He uses a lot of match plays. They work pretty well for him. 3rd and 1, I think we're gonna see with only 1 timeout. Pass play, obviously here probably.
Yeah, and that post route with him bringing down the free safety, depending on who uses. He is going to use the free safety. As he will, oh my! Look out there! That had to be a perfect throw. That could have very easily been intercepted. That was tight read.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a linebacker or what, but that that should have been picked. Should have been undercut.
And boy, Alex this is going to be his 41st offensive play, and Cloud has had, 10 maybe? 12?
Yeah,
it's been,
yeah, maybe.
That defense has been getting exhausted here at some point, especially with how much no huddle Little Alex has been using. We'll see if that plays factors. Joe Burrow will once again drop back. 4-man rush. Does not have a May. Oh my goodness, look out! Intercepted by Hall, and that is the story of the game here for Chicago. Drives, and Joe Burrow with a bad decision.
He's putting on an absolute clinic on defense right now. There's really no other way to put it. Nothing was open there. He followed Alex's first read. The man defense or the match defense, I couldn't tell which one it was, but regardless, everything was bagged up, and Alex made another risky read, and that one actually bit him in the butt.
And even with 3 timeouts here, I'm definitely running this and taking it to halftime. That is a weird animation there, or formation, I should say. Oh my goodness, Dalvin Cook getting it. Oh, you gotta watch those hit sticks.
Yeah, you just don't need it. You don't need that juke right there. That one, he clearly was not taking that one to the house. There was about 3 defenders in his face, and boy, he almost gave that ball back with a hit stick fumble off the juke.
And here we are. Cloud really has not done shit on offense, but immaculate defensive using, a couple bad decisions by Alex, and here we are, 14-7, and we are 1 half away from Cloud potentially pulling off, maybe on paper, maybe the biggest playoff upset of the cycle so far. Nothing comes to mind here. The 7-2 game, 14-7, Minnesota, and as Cloud gets the ball back, obviously there are a lot of adjustments he needs to make on offense. If you were in Cloud's camp, I would say, if you were in Cloud's ear, what would you tell him here at halftime?
Yeah, I think we gotta put the RPOs away. They just aren't working. We gotta find another way to move the ball. The run game's still been efficient, but the RPOs I think gotta go because you just keep giving the ball right back.
Absolutely, hearing this will be a 1st and 10 as Huntley will once again drop back. As Tyler Huntley doesn't have anything and he will take off, and woo! That is for the first time really all game we've seen Huntley use his mobility there, and I don't know what his speed is, but he was
I want to say it's close to 90 or in the 90s.
Yeah. He was by far, so last season he was by far the league leader among quarterbacks in terms of rushing yards. Cloud not afraid to use him. I'm honestly surprised that's the first quarterback screen we've seen.
Yeah, the Bears D-line's interior has been doing really good to make sure there's nothing open in the middle. Cloud's one of those guys that will take it up the gut like he just did. Great play.
We'll crop back, quick curl route there. Marshall able to get one of the first downs of the game, honestly, as we see there. Tyler Huntley, 7 passing yards, and Minnesota still leading. I mean, if Chicago does not win this game, we're going to see an all-time bridge press conference here from Little Alex, potentially.
But I tell you what, on that Huntley run, it was really good using by Little Alex to get over there and make the tackle, because if not, he might have had Huntley for a touchdown because there was about 1 defender to beat. And, I think he would have been able to do that with bad pursuit angles, but Little Alex got over there and stopped him, or kind of made him go for a slide.
Yeah, absolutely good using, like you were saying. Wolf Dice saying plenty of time in the D has gotten better for Chicago, but he's too predictable throwing to the left. I haven't noticed that personally, but that's an interesting point. I have to try to pay attention to that next drive as Dalvin Cook is wrapped up and stonewalled on that.
I think that's just some great analysts. That's just some great work by Wolf Knight.
I think
just getting deep into the analytics there.
Absolutely is. It's like those charts that they show where like Russell Wilson never throws down the middle of the field, he only throws it to the sidelines. It's like that. Like, is Alex secretly Russell Wilson?
He might be.
Really might be washed. That's the wild thing. 2nd and 12 here. Dollar Sugar here from Alex, which is something I love to go against. I just inside zone all day against this, but don't think he's going to do that. Instead, we're going to see Tyler Huntley drop back. 4-man rush gets bagged up. Tyler Huntley, they throw it a second. Chizena just did not react. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, that's so unlucky. And Cloud is one of these guys. You saw it right there. Just really, really good pocket presence. If he steps back a little bit further, the D lineman probably get to contain. He stays in there just as long as he can. The D tackle does get a piece of him, but his pocket presence has been really, really nice. He knows it's man defense here.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something I've seen a lot of users praise him for. This is the first full Cloud game I've ever watched, so this is all very new for me. But see what he does here is the 4-man rush once again gets bagged up. Will he take that deep shot? He will! Locked it up! Ooh! That was almost a succulent dot, but Huntley just unable to hit it, and we are going to see the punt unit come out.
Yeah, that's tough, man, because he had a guy on the slant coming wide open for a first down, probably.
Okay.
I was looking at the slant because I said, oh, he's going to hit him. I didn't even see the guy deep down the field because I figured he was going to hit the slant for the first down. But man, I mean, he was open too. If Huntley's just able to put that ball right in the breadbasket, that's probably going to the crib.
Yeah, and it was a really nice, touch pass by Cloud because a bullet gets picked there with the safety user. He lofted it over him, and Yeah, Tyler Huntley just unable to hit it. It's been a rough day for Huntley in general. You know, it's really only been Dalvin Cook doing anything here as he will drop back, goes to the angle route, as that was a crowded window to throw it into, but still hits it, 2nd and 2.
Yep. That's Gunslinger. You can only make that throw with Gunslinger. Still risky, you know, knowing the amount of picks he's thrown already. Cloud going to have the defense, again, put their backpack on because this offense doing them no favors.
Yep, they got to be real tired here at this point. We'll see what he does here. An off-tackle concept here with the pulling guard as he gets absolutely smoked. And 3rd and 1, odd ball placement there to say the least.
Yeah, that's tough.
Pretty sure that's first down.
Quite unlucky.
We roll here as he will drop back. Angle route not open. Instead goes to the post. No. And Samuel has all sorts of room. Oh, my goodness. As, was that an acrobat? Does Cloud have an acrobat DB?
I don't think so. I think he just got a little overzealous trying to, with that Y button with the safety. Yeah, and he just kind of did like a little, like, he just did got a bad animation. You know, you got to be, like, if your player's not in position, you can't hit Y because it will burn you this year.
Gotcha, as we do have an off-tackle concept here. Davis Price has all sorts of room. Davis Price not quite able to utilize downfield blocking, but still a big game there. Probably the biggest run of the day there for these Chicago Bears. And, hey, you know, for as ugly as it's been for Chicago, it's honestly been uglier for Minnesota. And Chicago driving to potentially tie this ball game up here.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying, like, man, like if the... Oh, wait 1 second.
As this is interesting, as he does have RB, instead will throw it away.
Yeah, I mean, just clearly looking downfield. Yeah. Alex is clear. I mean, Cloud is clearly in Alex's head right now defensively. Or, well, off, you know, depending on how you want to word that, regardless. But yeah, I don't know. People, have been in the chat being like, man, if Alex loses this game, narrative continues. I don't know. I think you got to give a lot of credit to Cloud. Mm-hmm. And then on the flip side of that, too, I mean, if Alex wins this game, I mean, talk about a, like, just horrible potential offensive effort out of the Vikings.
Yeah. I mean, my God. That's tough break there for Cloud. The second kind of tough injury we've seen. Deshaun Northcutt there going down. Not even involved in the play, but goes down anyway, which you love to see here. 3rd and 8. Very, very interesting. I don't know what the win situation is, like whether it's crosswind, what have you, but we'll see what he does here. Yeah. Good usering. Although the seam is wide open. Goodwin. Touchdown, Chicago.
Yep, he got a little overzealous there with his safety. He was trying to read that corner route, but really didn't need to because I think, again, he was in match coverage. And, you know, his guy was the seam route on that play and just vacated that position and left him wide open. And now Cloud going to have to put his big boy pants on and score an offensive touchdown here outside of that big Dalvin Cook tutter.
Yep, Alex really has not made him do anything on offense, to stay in the game this entire game. Now, for the first time really all game, to get punched in the mouth. It is now a tie game here. 14-14 in this divisional matchup. And this is all you could have wanted. It has not been the prettiest Madden necessarily from either user, but you want close games, you want thrillers, and that's exactly what we have here in Soldier Field.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I would love to see Cloud just get a little more aggressive. I mean, at this point, you have to. He's been playing very conservative. You got to pull something out of your hat here.
Buck sweep here. Dalvin Cook with all sorts of room with nice juking as well. Dalvin Cook. We've seen Cloud use that jukebox a lot. I feel like he's doing it kind of unnecessarily, and I do worry, like you were saying, about a fumble at some point here. But we'll see. Hasn't happened yet. And coming out 4-6 against a 3-wide receiver front, this is very interesting. He clearly just does not respect Cloud's passing game at all. Which, to be fair, Cloud hasn't given him a reason to yet, so we'll see here as he will drop back. Has the seam open, he will go to it as Moore with the biggest passing play of the day by far there. Tyler Huntley is we're going to see some
no-huddle. Unless he just likes the look because he's in 4-6.
No, against 4-6, yeah, absolutely. I think this is a very good no-huddle, honestly. This could be very, very interesting here with this press defense. You got to identify where the linebackers are on the field here as Tyler Huntley will drop back. 4-man rush gets bagged up. I don't see anyone. Throw it away. Throw it away. Woo! All right.
Yeah, good. I mean, it was great man defense there and really good using by little Alex. He was probably going to have the drag coming from the right to the left side of the field. He bagged it up. And then the pressure got in there. Buck sweep again.
Another buck sweep, and Dalvin Cook has room. Yeah. The only play that's hitting here for these Vikings. He's just, he loves these buck sweeps, and they keep hitting, you got to say, for Minnesota here.
Yeah, and I mean, no answer for the buck sweep so far. That's, I think, three. I mean, if the buck sweep alone might be like 3 plays for about 90 yards.
Yeah, no, I mean, that is the only thing that's been working here, is he will go to the RPO, has a man wide open, only one man to beat.
No.
Marshall. We'll go no huddle here.
I don't love the no huddle.
Yeah, I don't like it here now against the, even though it is against 4-man look. And I've never understood people no huddle just to change like the entire formation. It's just huddle up. Just huddle up at this point, as we will have play action here. Good user, and Tyler Huntley takes off and goes down big. Sack there. And we've been praising him for his pocket presence. That wasn't great.
No, I mean, he was getting pressured up the middle already,
sure.
but again, it's no huddle. When you go no huddle, your team's tired. He's gone no huddle a couple times. Your offensive line's gonna have a harder time blocking. Now you've made it a more difficult field goal in this situation in the snow.
3rd and 19, and we are going to see a very conservative play call here. Is Dalvin?
Oh my gosh!
Cook
Oh my
with
gosh!
a couple just
Oh my
Dalvin Cook! Oh my Lord! Takes it all the way to the 5. And now this is interesting.
I think you have to now after that play, and the way your offense is. Like, I think Alex has got another touchdown in him.
Yeah.
And so I think you have to. I really do. You're the underdog in this game.
I mean, Dalvin Cook has been the entire Vikings team right now.
I mean, he broke 4 tackles there. That
That
crazy.
was ridiculous. Now, 4th and 2 against a stacked box here. And a man alignment.
Yeah, you know it's man.
We may see him reconsider this here, as he will drop back here. Named the corner open. A succulent touchdown, Vikings.
Yep, he knew what he wanted. Alex had a guy in a flat route on that side, but got it deep into the 2nd level as Cager picks up a big touchdown. Man, that was the perfect amount of aggression right there. The color commentator could never. Oh no.
Oh, and there's the snow, ladies and gentlemen. That is tough here. But, to get back to that drive, like you said, right amount of aggression. You're the underdog. You're going, in Soldier Field against the, quote-unquote better user. Yeah, that's a situation where you absolutely have to go for it. And Cloudy, you got to give him credit for a pass call. I thought he was going to go run all the way. Goes with the passing play despite it being pretty ugly all day here. I got worried about his stick, but he's had a pretty ugly passing performance, but just trusted his reads, trusted his instincts there, and did hit the corner route, which, like you said, was decently open. Now, the final play before the 4th quarter here. This is big boy time here, Cody.
I'm pretty sure Little is on conservative. Not that you can't fumble on conservative from time to time, but I don't. My guess is on conservative because we haven't seen him make any jukes all game.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your thoughts in the chat. Put your thoughts in the chat. Sheesh. Put your thoughts in the chat. Oh my God. I need that soundboard for myself here. 2nd and 8. The 7 seed Vikings, the 2 seed Chicago Bears. Cloud on the verge of a monumental upset here, but Alex with the ball, still controlling his own destiny here in Soldier Field. What will he do here as we have a strong power look here? Davis Price with 1 man being cut inside. Nothing doing there. The Cloud user controlling things here once again.
Yeah, you got to commend Alex for sticking to the run. A lot of users would have abandoned it at this point. I mean, 18 rushes for like 59 yards, just such little success. But I appreciate, you can't be, one-dimensional. So I appreciate sticking to it.
Absolutely. Here, 3rd and 7 here as he drops Harrison Smith. Back down is the. I don't know if that was a throw out a second. Looks weird, but gets it over Harrison Smith. We are going to see no huddle here. This is just a tremendous amount of no huddle here by both users. We'll have a trap concept here. Davis Price, again, not a lot of room. This Cloud front 7 really doing, a far better job against the run than Chicago's been doing. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't know who that was in this team that caught that pass, but really big catch in the snow, got absolutely depleted and holds on to it.
Dan with a very interesting stat that I'm going to share after this play here as he motions commit to the left, kind of breaking up the bunch concept. A lot of Vikings going over there to account for that. It's interesting. I don't know why that's happening, but
great usering.
Good usering here. Eventually had a look out. Ooh, nice. A nice click on there. Kind of brought McIntyre back towards the ball. Didn't allow the DB to make a play, and that is a big gain here already approaching the red zone.
Yeah, good usering. Cloud probably stayed a little bit too shallow. Probably should have followed that deep crosser, but regardless, just a good read by a little Alex.
Would have eventually had him wide open here as we do have another trap concept. Nothing doing. And You know, I am as much of an advocate as anyone for, like, you know, sticking to the run, staying two-dimensional. I think you got to abandon it at this point. It's not doing anything for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
it's just kind of one of those games right now.
Yeah. Time is going to get quite interesting here, too, as this fourth quarter is kind of winding down.
As he will have X open, although the illegal contact, oh my goodness, McIntyre unable to come up with the catch, and he would have had that. I understood why I threw it, but ran right into the linebacker there, 3rd and 10. And to get to Dan's stat here, in his first 11 playoff appearances, Little won his first game. He might go one and done 4 times in a row now. Wow. That's a big old yikes.
That would be wild.
Yeah, especially for a user, like, I think we can both agree, like, he's been due for a Super Bowl for a while, but can't go one and done to say that as the blitz gets picked up, as he has the post wide open. Komet not able to quite get the touchdown, but has the ball on the 1-yard line. Now the entire playbook is open for you.
Great play by Little there. Just kind of forced Cloud's great route concept, forced Cloud's user to pick somebody, left the deep guy open. You never want to do that. Leave the guy in the flat open.
Quarterback sneak. Touchdown Bears.
Yeah, and this would be a tied game unless, you know, Little Alex misses this. So this is going to be quite interesting. Maybe, you know, dare I say, helps Cloud a little bit because he can't play too conservative. He knows he has to go get points. Like, he can't just settle for, like, oh, this, like, if I play good defense, this goes to overtime. So maybe the miss actually helps him because he knows he has to go get points or he loses.
I would agree with you if Cloud had been showing up a bit more here. Not quite. Oh my goodness! As 88 just stands there, and then Minnesota able to catch it. Cager wanting nothing to do with that fumble there, but Madison just able to pick it up and maybe save the game here for Minnesota.
Yeah, and that's one where you got to be careful. I know you don't want to have conservative on since Cook has jukebox, but on kick returns you have to be careful.
Oh my Lord Jesus! As the blitz does not get through into curl route, unable to come down with it. The click on and slot really preventing that, and that's the concept that we've been seeing Cloud try to go to all day to beat the man coverages. Those 10-yard curl routes, and it's been hitting. Doesn't quite hit it, 2nd and 10. 13 passing yards for Minnesota. Buck sweep once again is down to Cook. This time he gets stood up, and now 3rd and 7. This is where, okay, no huddle here. I don't like that no at all.
Well, I like it just because he's trying to save time.
Yeah, but like, we'll see what happens here. He does go. The corner once again swatted away. And do you use your coach's decision here and go for this on 4th and 7, or do you punt this away and trust your defense?
Oh, I mean, it's such a tricky decision because Alex, is liable. If you punt it, he's liable to go down and drain all the clock.
Right.
Whereas if you put him in this situation and play good defense and force him to a field goal, you can still go down and get a touchdown to win the game. Looks like he's electing to do that.
Here we go. Biggest play of the day here. Little cover 3 Cloud show 2. Man's up against the tight end. This will be very, very interesting to see what Cloud elects to do. So he ends up audibling out of that. Huntley making a litany of adjustments here. It's only going to be a 3-man rush, so he should have time. He will drop back. Tyler Huntley eventually goes to the slant, and Moore gets decleated. A huge 4th down conversion there, from Minnesota.
Yeah, great play. It felt like a I don't know, maybe a situation where Alex did a little bit too much on defense. I mean, he changed so much there, and it felt like it just kind of opened up the middle of the field.
And yes, thank you, Dan. That was not actually a coach's decision. Sorry, I forgot about that. But went for it, got aggressive, and it paid off for him. And we're going to see Tyler Huntley once again drop back. 6-man rush gets picked up, and Tyler Huntley has all sorts of room here on the right side of the field.
That's so
oh, my God.
Okay, thanks a lot. I was going to say.
As Huntley goes down.
I was about to say that's so unlucky because you just got that little trip up animation that you can't handle. He gets hit stick, and somehow the ball just like literally sits like there's a force field on the sideline. The ball just goes and stays right there without going out of bounds. With the way that he was hit, that ball would definitely fall out of bounds.
And yet the Chicago player who touched it was himself out of bounds, so it counts for that as we have a trap concept there. Dalvin Cook with absolutely nothing. It looks like despite getting injured in that play, we're going to see Tyler. That is Tyler Huntley, right? Yeah, stay in the game here. Right? Who is that? Number 2?
Yeah. Oh, no, Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky is in the game. All right. I mean, what a historic moment this would be here. If he can beat his old team here in the Chicago Bears, and he will drop back, goes to the curl route. Comes down with it, and it's that curl route over and over and over again.
Bruce Sternum.
Oh, buddy. All right.
Big Cannon, Big Dick Mitch do it.
Let's
3
get it.
minutes on the clock. The other thing to consider, he's probably knocking on the door of field goal range, but it is a snow game. There's a lot that can happen right here.
Snow game, we've already seen him miss an extra point here as Trubisky once again with nothing takes a deep shot. Almost picked off by Chicago, and there was no reason to make that throw. Almost through the goal line.
What did he see? What did he see right there? I don't know if that was just a panic read because he saw the blitz coming in or something like that, but
The blitz got picked up, though. I don't know. Like, that was
oh, did it? Yeah, I don't know.
a very odd decision there, yeah.
My guess is we see a run here.
Well, he motioned Dalvin Cook out, so
Might be it.
unless this is a kind of Debo package looking deal. No, it's not. Instead, he will drop back here. Will have the jog open! Almost picked once again by Michael Kendricks, and now 3rd and quite a bit here, 3rd and 10. And boy, he had that drive wide open.
What do you think? Do you run? Well, I mean, Alex, never mind. I was going to say, do you run this ball, and try to get some yards? But
it's this defense now.
Yeah, not on this D.
This is something out there.
I know what this. I know what this play is.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know what this play is, and I don't think it's going to work.
Okay, we got our official prediction here from Cody Young's son. 3rd and 10 here. Really taking a sweet time calling this play. Maybe, yes. Not second guessing, maybe kind of considering what he wants to do here. Is Mr. Trubisky will drop back, 5-man rush. Goes to the curl route. Oh my God, comes down with it. It is just curl. Cloud has one trick, and he is beating it to death, but it's working.
And once again, he just passed up a wide open guy underneath that would have had an easy first down too.
Yep.
Take this 2-minute warning, or I'm gonna punch myself in the dong.
All right, we may see a Cody dong punch here.
If you thank the Lord.
All right, the dong is saved. Shout out, Pool.
Golly, I would have been talking the next game like, hey everybody.
All right, so now what? Because you've brought it down to the 2-minute warning. Chicago still has all 3 timeouts, but like an iced kick in these conditions, like I am not sure.
You got to get close. It needs to be a chip shot.
Yeah, it has to be within the 15 for sure. It has to be like an extra point essentially. You got to take it to the. Oh my goodness, Dalvin Cook has room. Dalvin Cook with some really nice maneuvering there. You take it to the 14. Now, if you're Chicago, what do you do here in terms of the timeout management?
So I think that's a smart no timeout call here because it's so hard because the first down's at the 4-yard line. You assume if somebody's getting down to the 4-yard line, they're probably going to be pretty close to scoring. So I do think it's smart holding on to it here. Now you'll see one. Yep.
Bucks sweep it to the other side there, and a thing to remember. It's
counter tray.
What the? Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that play in my life. Like, Duty, you're the one who would know what that play is. Do you know what that play is? Because I don't.
Alex selling out for the run right here, thinking that Cloud's not going to get aggressive. Do we see him buck sweep?
We have another buck sweep here. Dalvin Cook almost had room, but that might also be better for Minnesota there. And boy, if Minnesota's able to get a first down here, but not a touchdown, like, he really could ice this game away here and just do a chip shot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if he's able to pick up a first down here, I mean, this game's practically over, barring a horrendous miss or a blocked field goal.
And another thing to remember, you cannot preemptively ice someone, so Chicago's going to have to, like, let all the time run down and then have Cloud come out and field goal before he can ice him. So if Cloud's smart, he will let it run down until 1 second and then call timeout. We'll see who does here as we do have another buck sweep as Dalvin Cook. Oh my goodness, breaks a tackle and gets the first down in Chicago, wasting their timeout, and now they can't ice them. Oh my God, what was that?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't call timeout there. That was.
If I'm Cloud, I do 3 quarterback sneaks. I do 3 quarterback sneaks on Cloud.
Oh, why did he call timeout there? I mean, he panicked, I guess, but like, oh, he really may have cost himself the game here. So we're gonna have a trap concept, and stay in bounds. And now you do a fullback dive to the left.
Well, yeah. At this point, what I would do is I would take this to 40 seconds on the clock. I would do a conservative, I would do a conservative run play, and then, so he's in position right now to see if he scores a touchdown.
I don't think there's any reason to score. Yeah, that's totally fine because why is Minnesota calling timeout? Actually, whatever. Yeah, get a little closer then.
Yeah, I think he just, kicking in the snow is. I mean, I know this is a literal chip shot, but a block could happen, anything like that. So I get calling a timeout there because you're on conservative. You're not going to lose like 4 yards on a run where it makes it a little bit like, within the 6 here. I get it because I think he wants to try to see if he can find a way into the end zone.
I suppose, but like, I don't know if you're. Well, yeah, we'll see what Cloud does here. Is maybe Mitch Trubisky just led the storybook drive here. We'll see what happens on these next couple plays. But if Cloud doesn't run this ball, I swear to God, this is a passing play.
What in the hell was
buddy?
that?
Why?
In the hell? What is that?
Come out in goal line and run a dive, please, for me one time. Cloud. Okay.
That was maybe 2 yards away from being intercepted.
Okay, I mean, listen. I guess we're results over process here. It was not intercepted, so we are now going to see Minnesota on the verge of a giant historic upset here. Cloud's first playoff game in 5 seasons, going up against his divisional rival, the 2 seed Chicago Bears. No ice, just a regular snow field goal. There will be no block animation. Up and good. Cloud comes into Soldier Field and takes down the 2 seed.
Wow. I mean, little Alex for me was my favorite to win the Super Bowl. I thought there's no way anyone stops him, and Cloud's defense came in and just kicked the door in on this team. I am quite literally baffled.
That was quite the game there. Sorry, yeah, that's the, I'm sure, analysis y'all couldn't BLM for, but I mean, you that was just a wild one. I mean, they're like, Cloud's offense up until the 4th quarter did nothing. Like, nothing at all. There was that one buck sweep that became a touchdown. Other than that, it was 3-and-out pick. Like, he just couldn't move the ball whatsoever. But the story of the game really, and it's kind of like you just alluded to and said, like, Cloud's usering on defense was incredible all game. And, the blitzes came through at the right time. He did get a couple coverage sacks, had a couple nice SWAT animations, a couple nice pick animations. But I think you got to give Cloud his flowers and you got to give Cloud his props. Like, that's one of the better defensive using performances I've seen in a long time. And it honestly, it stymied Alex. Like, we saw Alex not know what to do out there for most of the game.
Yeah, wow. I mean, why did Alex call his timeout there?
That's going to be, if he comes in here, that's going to be my exact question. I promise you that right now.
Did he think that, because I guess here's my question. If you call your timeout there, you should be coming out and prevent defense and letting him score. Like, right. You should come out and prevent man 3 deep and let him score. That's the only reason I see using the timeout there, because then you're giving yourself time to go down the field and score, because again, Cloud would have had to gone for 2 to make it a 7-point game, if I'm thinking of the math correctly.
Yeah, he was down by 1.
So and if he didn't get that, Alex could have won with a touchdown. And so it's like, if you call the timeout there, why are we not just letting him score a touchdown? Instead, he called a timeout and kept trying to keep him out of the end zone, which allowed Cloud to just run the clock out and kick the field goal. Yeah, wow. I mean that was just an absolutely wild game. I wonder if we will see any complaints out of little Alex, because we did see 5-6 buck sweeps.
Just as many curl routes too. I mean, over half of the throws I think were curls.
Yeah. I mean, in the curls, I'm not as mad about, because if those are known to be man beaters, and if you're going to play man all game long, then more power to someone going to those curl routes. But but yeah, I wonder if we see any complaints about play repeating. But at the same time, if you know the buck sweep is coming and it's there, why are we not shifting the D line to that side?
Cody? Because we see, and sorry to interrupt you, but we see users do nothing but inside zone all game. What's the difference between running
yeah, that's a good
nothing
point.
but buck sweep and nothing but inside zone? Because it's you see plenty of users do that. So I don't think like, I don't think the Buck sweep, like, if Alex comes in here and starts complaining about the Buck sweep, I'm going to have to push back a little bit because, A, it's not like it was every run. I mean, it was, half or maybe even fewer. And B, like, we've seen the precedent in this league. Like, that's fine. Like, you can run the same running plays.
That's a good point. I didn't consider it that way because, obviously there's, those counter runs and those buck sweeps and stuff like that. There's only so many of those in the play. And if it's working, it's working. I mean, literally, it felt like every time he did the buck sweep, it got at least 10 to 15 yards, if not more. And so, I guess that's no different than calling an inside zone out of like spread, tray, trips, all, whatever else. So that's a good point.
All right. So we're, looks like neither of them are coming in here. Cloud, I'm not sure, knows how to join the Discord, and then Little Alex, I think, is finding his nearest bridge. So, Cody, thank you so much for joining me here. Will you be calming my game versus P-Town in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, I just need to go to the bathroom. I need to switch my Streamlabs over from my account to the BLN account. So I will let you all know when I'm ready. But yeah, we will be live here shortly. And I believe our good pal, Dan Raynone, is going to be in the booth as a color comm.
I think he will too. So Wolf Knight saying I'm cheering for the winner. Appreciate that, Wolf Knight. But yep.
I just want to, the first thing that Little Alex did after losing, this is how I know he's down horrendous, is he said he complained about the 2 fumbles. I mean, the one fumble that he missed, the Vikings player stood there and looked at it for 5 seconds. And then the other the other fumble he didn't get, Tyler Huntley got hit out of bounds, and somehow the ball stayed in bounds.
Oh, man. Well, Lil Alex is going to be down bad after that performance. It just, he had to find something, right? We all got to find something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud, the 17 moves on here. Shout out to him. And like Dan alluded to, Little Alex now going 1 and done in the playoffs 4 straight times, dating back to last cycle. So that's tough. But coming up soon, it's going to be Cody versus Dan commentating my Indianapolis Colts versus P-Town's Super Bowl defending Houston Texans. Another divisional matchup here in the wild card round. So, Cody, thanks for chopping it up with me. Thanks for talking with me. Any final thoughts on that game before we cut the stream here and move on?
Yeah, I mean, that's the exact game that I thought it was going to be. I thought it was close. I was going to, I gave Little Alex the nod in my head. I did, vote for Cloud in the voting booth, just because also I knew Little Alex would see it. And because then I also noticed, like, I voted for him, and then also he voted for Cam. Just kind of a little thing me and Little Alex do. Yeah. But yeah, maybe it worked this time.
Might have. Well, all right, appreciate it. Cloud's Minnesota Vikings come into Soldier Field and shock the Chicago Bears 23-21 in a thrilling defensive game. Big shots, Cloud, man. First playoff game, first playoff win in 5 seasons. I know it feels good. Thank you all for watching. Peace.